Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so it's more of a motivational episode for just anybody out there. It doesn't necessarily. I'm going to be using content creating as an example. I use content creating for almost every example when I talk on stuff like this. But yeah, overall, it's just, to allow people, you like, hey, just whatever you're chasing in life, just keep going. Don't expect nobody to hold your hand, push you, pull you, none of that stuff. Like, when it comes to chasing your dreams, a lot of times you're gonna be by yourself. Like, there ain't gonna be a whole lot of people there for you. Like, bro, I'm currently chasing my dreams right now. And yeah, it's a long chase, man. Like, it's one of those chases where I'm about like, dang, I need a break. Like, I need to just stop real quick and kind of catch my breath because yeah, it's like you put out like thousands of videos across a bunch of different platforms. You stream twice a day on Twitch for like a year and a half. Like, first half I was just streaming once, but then it was like eventually I did switch it to where it was like, I'm streaming twice a day. You're doing that, you're spending freaking like almost double the savings that you should have had, but like you're spending it for like 2 years straight. And yeah, I mean, even prior before then, but it was more so when I had like a job where it was like, okay, you're making that money like constantly. It's like with content creating, it's kind of iffy at times. It just, it just really depends on what you put out and what's attracting an audience at that time. So like with content creating, yeah, it's a little bit more difficult, I guess, for like other, like if you want to be a football player, basketball player, NASCAR driver, doctor, nurse, whatever it is out there that you're chasing for. Like, yeah, it's it's gonna be different, but for me at least, it's like, yeah, I guess like you don't really expect your kid, where it's like you look at the parents and they've had stable jobs for like years, and then you look at your last born, and then they're like, hey, I want to make YouTube videos for a living and stuff. Yeah, it's like, it's something, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably, the thing is like, I know people are probably like, well, what would you do if your kid wanted to get into something? The thing is like, I would like to think that they would want to get into the right stuff, but at the end of the day, like, I really have no control over that, what my kid does, of that kid. I was about to make it, I was all like, I'm not gonna be that parent. I ain't gonna be one of them parents I'm worried talking about that ain't my child. We're gonna have to do a test. But anyways, I need to say my words correctly. No, but like, if my kid, so I don't know, I'm trying to think of any things out there where it's like, I guess like if it's something that I don't fully understand, I'm like, okay, explain it to me. At the end of the day, my approval ain't gonna matter. It's like, if you really want to go after this, go after it. But it's like, just make sure you're in a healthy situation, like if you're doing it. So if you need breaks, take breaks. If it ain't working for you and you're just stressed like every single day, and it's that unwanted stress, it ain't like, because I guess with me, it's like with content creating, gaming, for an example, will stress me out. I can always like step away from gaming and just kind of focus on some other stuff, right? So it's not like all of, because content creating is a big world. So it's like, you're like, at least for me, I'm focused on a bunch of different stuff, right? So that's why I'm all like, I think I would ask my kid, like, what's the long-term goal, with whatever you're chasing and stuff. So if my kid is like, they want to be, I don't know, like, let me think of it. Like, if they're saying like, oh, I want to be a DJ or something, I'm like, okay, explain it to me. Like, why do you want to be a DJ? What did you see to where it brought you to that point where you want to be a DJ? And it's like, if it's something where it's like, okay, I understand it, I get it, and I'm like, fam, I want to be there supporting you, So it's like, it's on, if it's on some stuff like that, if it's on some crazy stuff where I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think I support you on that one and stuff. Like, it's just, nah. I'm like, it's on, if it's like on some like crazy or weird stuff, I'm like, no. I'm like, can't support you. Well, it's more so it's like, hey, look, do what you want to do in life, just don't expect me to be there, all right? So I guess I will be following in the same footsteps as my parents, but yeah, it's like I at least will, I just, I don't know, like, I guess sound interested if I'm telling them a story about it, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It's like, what was that all about? Like, nah, sit down, details. I'm a detail person. I'm like, I need to know. I'm like, so like, explain that. Like, what's going on? Tell me about, like, and that's the thing, I guess, like, I would more so would want for my kid. It's like, hey, don't be afraid to tell me about whatever you want to get into and stuff. Like, I mean, if they want to be a drug dealer, I'm like, okay, if you want to spend life in prison, then, that's what it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna, that's why I'm like, I would talk my kid out of it. And I know there's gonna probably be people out there where it's all like, oh, well, you wouldn't want that same, like, how, and it's no, bro. It's like, y'all gotta understand, there's, like, good things and bad things to do in this world. I'm not a drug dealer. So, like, that's the thing where it's like, I would expect, my kids, I guess, to like look at me as motivation. Is like, he found something, he attacked it, he went after it, it was positive, outgoing, he did a crap ton of it and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what I would more so want for my kid, where it's like, if, and I'd imagine, like, I don't know, maybe my kids, like, they would see how much fun I'm having with whatever I'm doing, and they would want to follow in the same footsteps. If not, then it's like, hey, it's honestly, it's whatever, like, whatever they want to do. I know people are probably like, well, what would you do if my kids wanted to get into content creating? I'm for it. I'm looking for the day where they're all like, oh yeah, dad, I want to get into content creating. I want to make, YouTube videos. I want to Twitch stream. I'm like, bruh, you have came to the right person, okay? Tomorrow we're going to Best Buy. I'm like, we're gonna look around so I could kind of explain stuff to you. Don't ask for nothing. I don't know. Like, I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, hey, look, like, whatever you need at the moment. So, like, if they wanted to get a gaming computer, I'm like, okay, let's look around. Let's see first, because I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. Mess around, get a computer, and that thing is not equipped for gaming. That thing is equipped for, like, downloading images from Google and stuff. Like, what else? So, yeah, that computer was not it, fam. So, but no, like, if they're, I definitely would be like, hey, you know what? No, let's go to, Best Buy, or look on Amazon, whatever website is popular at that time when I do have kids. But yeah, I definitely would be all like, yeah, let's, look around, see. I'm like, okay, well, this computer has this, and this, and then this one has this, and this. Which one looks more appealing to you? It's like, I want you to make a decision, but I'm gonna help you out. Like, I got your back and stuff, so. But, yeah, overall that, and then, just, like, setting goals for them. I'm like, okay, like, I know I was pushing out like 30 videos a day when I had kind of start taking YouTube serious and stuff. You don't have to do that, but if you want to work up to that, then it's like, okay, what kind of videos do you want to do? Do you want to do strictly gaming? Do you want to talk on sports? Do you want to talk, like, whatever you want to talk? Do you want to take after one of my channels? You want to do reaction videos? Okay, well, watch this video on my channel. No, like, I definitely would be all like, setting stuff up for them, helping them out, just by like, yeah, go crazy with it and stuff. And then it's like, if you want me to watch it, I'll watch it. If you need advice, I'll give you advice. Like, don't, and that's the thing where it's like, I know people probably are like, what if the video is like horrible? That's the thing where it's like, as a parent, don't discourage your kids and make them feel like they just came up with the worst thing possible. I would help them out. I definitely would be all like, if they want me to sit there with them and do the video with them, I'm like, fam, that's what I'm here for. It's like, I'm gonna walk you through the steps and stuff and teach you what you need to be taught, but yeah, don't expect me to just be all like, no, you gotta do it all on your own. And then they out here uploading videos, and it's like, it ain't like top. The thing is like, where it's like, I'm gonna explain to them, it's like, whatever you want to do it. Like, don't listen to nobody on the internet, because all people want you to do is listen to them, not you doing what you want to do. And if once when you find that audience where it's all like, it don't matter what you're doing, you're overall, like, you're having fun, they're having fun watching you doing whatever you want to do, then it's like, bruh, you got yourself a good audience. Like, you can't go wrong with it and stuff. But as soon as you start coming across people where they're all like, like, oh, stop doing these videos and do this video. I ain't like this video. This video is stupid. Do another type of video. Now I'm like, bruh, don't even listen to them. I'm like, they gonna try to lie to you and say that that's constructive criticism. And I'm like, no, it's just flat out disrespect. And I'm like, don't allow nobody to disrespect you and stuff. And yeah, it's like, the thing is, I'm like, yeah, don't feel discouraged either. If somebody's leaving a hate comment, they being racist and stuff, like whatever I already know I'm gonna have a kid of color and stuff. So that's something where it's like, yeah, can't really escape it. Whoever my kids is gonna be, I'm like, dang, man, it's like, I just sat down and just kind of like accepted that, where it's like, my kid's gonna be of color, whether he's, full black, mixed, whatever the situation is. I'm like, dang, man. It's messed up where it's like, you gonna have to see your kid go through the same stuff that you went through and stuff. And I'm like, it's just, but I mean, I guess like, yeah, it's like when I told my parents about the crap that I've dealt with YouTube, they most likely was all like, dang, we dealt with the same thing. And it's all like, now our kid, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you just gotta prepare your kid for it. So that's what I think when I'm more so just waiting for and things. But yeah, it's like, just like, or even because I see, so before I started doing this episode, I was more so thinking along with friends, but then I guess started thinking of like, if I had a kid. But overall though, it's like, I guess like it does have more so to do with what I was originally talking about, where it's like, don't expect like, people to be out there. And I guess like if it did come down to it, where if I didn't support my kid on whatever they wanted to do and stuff, I mean, that's the thing where it's like, that's gonna be hard for me, because I'm like, I want to support my kid, but it's like, I'm trying to think of there's some things I can think of where I'm all like, no, I'm like, I would try to talk them out of it, because I'm all like, you got so much more in you than that. Like, no, you definitely, I'm like, you're a moss. I'm all like, you definitely got more in you than that. I'm like, I just, nah, bruh. So, but overall though, it's like, I guess outside of that like kid example, and snap it back into reality here and the now and stuff, but no, like overall, I mean, like when you get into something and you're sending it to your friends, and you're sending it to family, and it could be whatever and stuff, or it's like you're just overall telling them about it. And I think a lot of people can recognize like when they don't like mess with it, when they don't support it, and then you're like, well, dang, it's what did I do to deserve this? And that's the thing where it's like, I've been through that for a while now, where it's like, I know people don't support what I got going on, friends, family, whoever it is. I know I don't have that support, but I'm not going to let that stop me. My thing is this, I will want people to hear this, right? Or even if I'm like accepting an award one day and I'm up on stage, and I just want people to know, where it's like, it can be as quiet as it can possibly be, to where you are hearing the silence of just nothing. You gotta make that noise for yourself. Like, if you want noise, you can't expect, noise to happen. You gotta make that noise. You gotta you gotta go at it, do whatever you need to do and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can't allow stuff to slow you down. You can't allow stuff, because for an example, for me, I'm like, right now, what I got going on is that me personally, I feel like nobody supports my Twitch. And I'm like, I be seeing it where my friends, they have their streams, they got like everybody in their streams. There's at times I'm seeing like, I just seen, it was like one of my friends had like 100 people in their streams. And it's crazy because like, when I see, I'm not trying to like say that I'm better, or I'm not trying to, say that they're, whatever the situation is, where it's like people, because I just feel like people are going to hear this and they're going to try to put words in my mouth. But I do feel like that I put in a lot of work. Do I put in more work than my streaming friends? No, I don't. There's streaming friends out there where they've been doing subathons, 24-hour stream, 12-hour streams. And my thing is this, I'm like, I guess, overall, where it's like, it's kind of like, where it's like, fam, you just gotta, just keep going and things. Don't worry about other people. But no, it's like, well, I see where it's like they have it where there's all these people in their streams, right? And then I do, start up my stream, post literally everywhere that I'm going live. There's at times when I'm posting earlier in the day, letting people know that I'm live, and then having it where it's like it's you and maybe a mod, maybe a VIP, maybe a random person, and then maybe some hater may see it, and then you got like the little bots like Wise Bot, Night Bot, whatever bot and stuff, and that's it. And I'm like, it's good. It's just good to at least have somebody there, but it's like, when you want more for yourself, it's not bad. It's not wrong. It's not bad, wrong, whatever you want to call it. It's not a negative thing to want more for yourself. And that was one thing where it's like, I remember last year when I would go off on that, and I'm like, man, I want people to start joining my stream more. Then it was the one dude where it's like, maybe you need to be more entertaining. And I'm like, now, I'm just going to say younger me would have went off on him. And I'm like, fam, if it wasn't for your friends that that you need to have in your streams every time and he's probably one of those type of people where he's like texting, messaging them saying, oh, I'm live and all this stuff. And it's like, bruh, I'm doing this all by myself. I don't need my friends to. I'm like, and I guess like that's what the motivation where I need, where it's all like, I don't need people to start up my streams. I'll do the stream by myself. All I just want somebody to just be there and just, in chat, just talking. I'm like, no weird stuff where it's like if a hater hears this and they're like, oh, well, he wants me to join his stream and be toxic. No, I don't want that. I'm like, I just want people to join my stream and we just sitting down having a conversation about whatever. So, yeah, it's just, it's a lot. I'm like, content creating is a lot, but when you're chasing your dreams, it's like, it's going to be a lot. It's like, my thing is this, go outside, jog for like an hour, or even for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, just jog, nonstop jogging. You're going to realize that it's a lot. Like when you push yourself to that limit, and I'm like, and that's something where it kind of, I think of it where I'm like, when I'm outside exercising or indoors exercising, whatever it is, where it's like, it's a workout, it's a process. It's like, you want to get to 30 reps, but you ain't going to get there just like, as soon as you lift the weights, you at 30. Like, no, you got to like 1, 2, you got to count to 30 and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just, but yeah, with content creating and just, other stuff, it's like, it's different. So it's like, it's a process. And I guess, more so the motivation where it's like, yeah, you're going to have your mindset where it's like, at the point in time given, it's going to suck. Like it's 100% going to suck and stuff. But, you just got to keep going, I guess, and just, you seen Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, all right? It's weird quoting Finding Nemo, but hey, it's just Dory was right, all right? You gotta keep swimming and stuff, so. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.